It's a bit grey and gloomy outside, it's raining, but I have the recipe which is gonna brighten up your day. Fish tacos. If you've never made these before, they are so worth making. They are crispy, they're crunchy, you've got lovely smoky flavour. So, we're gonna do that right now. I have a mixture of spices here. We've got cayenne pepper, we've got paprika, we've got a bit of cumin in there, a little bit of oregano, and some garlic powder, okay? So, I'm just gonna mix up these. So just have a little bit of a fingery mixy sort of thing going on here. Get in there and have a look. It's lovely. So, to bring our fish together, I'm gonna sprinkle this over the base of a large plate. And now, all you've gotta do is take this lovely cod fillet and lay it straight in that spice mixture. You just want it nicely coated. All I need to do now is get my pan on, so I have a nice bit of heat. We're gonna hit it with some oil on a big pan like this. So it's straight onto that hot pan with my lovely fish. And look at them, how pretty is that? Lovely. Fish is on, time to give the hands a quick wash. And now we're gonna sort out the accompaniments for these fish tacos. You have the spiciness of your fish, so you need to talk about cooling elements. You need to talk about crunchy elements. And for that, we've some guacamole and we've got some tomato salsa, which I'm gonna serve alongside. But I'm also looking for that crunch factor. And for that, I have some red cabbage. So I'm just gonna take thin slices of this. We've got red cabbage. We're gonna go a little bit of red onion as well for that nice kind of onion hum. And that is it. I've got my red onion, I've got my coriander, I've got my avocado, guacamole, we've got some tomato salsa, we've got all these wonderful things happening, but it's time to check on the fish. Now, I don't think I'm gonna be able to turn this completely, so I'm gonna split them down the middle. I'm gonna leave this to cook on the other side, and while it's cooking on the other side, I've mashed up some avocado. This isn't guacamole just yet, but to make a guacamole, I have 2 lovely avocados mashed up. We're gonna get in there with some coriander. Just finely chop this. There's little hits of that coriander in there. Hit it with that and give it a good squeeze of some lime juice. So a generous pinch of sea salt in here. A nice hit of some hot sauce. I've got a touch of Tabasco going in here. And then just give it a good mix up. We've got everything ready. Fish is looking really good. Now, it might look like a bit of a mess, but stick with it. That fish is gonna flake up beautifully. So place it out onto a serving plate. And we're gonna use 2 forks just to flake it up into nice bite-sized pieces. So you're left with these lovely chunks of fish that have a charred exterior but that wonderful white flesh. This is where the magic of fish tacos comes alive. So, this fish is good to serve. In a pan over here, I have some tacos, or tortillas, which have been just heating up in some tin foil. These are some corn tortillas and they look so good. They're wonderfully warm, so get them out onto a little serving platter and I'm gonna hit them with a nice spread of guacamole just down the center. In there with some red onion and a little bit of that wonderful red cabbage as well. I'm gonna hit it with some of those lovely tomatoes from the tomato salsa. And now it's time for that fish, but just before I serve it, give it a sprinkle of salt just so that you get a nice seasoned taste. And now pick out some of those prime bits, those lovely charred pieces. I'm gonna stick them in and around this and you can see this taco starting to come to life. A dollop of sour cream just on the center there. And then a touch of Tabasco, a bit of hot sauce in there. Little squeeze of lime over the top. And that is your fish taco. How good does that look? It's a bit of a mouthful, but let's go for it. Bit messy, but so delicious. I mean, as you dive through that warm tortilla, you've got the flaky fish, wonderful spice around that. You've got the sour cream, you've got the crunch of the red cabbage, you've got the hum of the red onion, and that little bit of guacamole in there is absolutely gorgeous. A great way to get people who don't like fish to try fish in the fish taco recipe. If you want it, it is in the box below over on my website. Check it out over there. And of course, like, subscribe, and comment beneath. See you soon, guys.